Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sorry, a little technical difficulties. Apparently YouTube decided that they're going to change the whole streaming format right before the It Chapter 2 review. So,
Not cool, yo. Not cool.
Yeah, not cool at all.
No.
Just lucky I had
That's just wrong.
The thumbnail already made, so they have like 4 different stream keys now, so I'm trying to figure out the fucking stream keys, and that shit's all crazy and whatnot. But, yeah, so, I mean, you want to start? Okay.
We saw it.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. So this is what we're going to do. Just like we normally do, mullet review, spoiler free at the beginning, spoilers at the back. We will stop for any super chats to answer those. Other than that, it's just going to be a pretty straightforward review. Yeah, so do you want to start, or how do you want to do that? I normally let you start, so...
All right, well, I'm just going to come out and say it. I really love the first movie.
I really, really like the first movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Has some creepy moments. Has some moments that are funny. But that's the point of it. The movie's about a killer clown. You know what I mean? You're not going to do it. All right, so I was really looking forward to this. My biggest concern was, were they going to get the stuff with the adults right? Mainly because the original It miniseries with Tim Curry, the stuff with the kids was great. The stuff with the adults was god-awful. And they just really did not stick the landing with that one. In this one, they do in spades. Again, we'll get more to that in spoilers. All right, but I really love this film. I do think that the first one is better. My issue with this film is an issue I know you had with it because you were talking about. It goes on a little too long. There are some scenes where you're like, okay, you could have cut a good minute of this out. All right. And the movie probably would have been tighter and better for it. There just are some scenes that drag on for too long.
Yeah.
Overall, though, the acting, wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
All around. Bill Hader, oh dear God.
I think he actually stole the show.
He really did. This entire movie so good.
Going in, I thought McAvoy was going to steal the show because McAvoy usually steals the show.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I'm with you on Hader definitely stealing the show on this. So, I basically agree with everything you said. Now, he read the book. I didn't read the book, so I don't know how the source material and stuff went on.
I'll talk about that in spoilers.
Yeah, it's just not...
Trust me, I have things to say.
As a film viewer who hasn't read the source material, this movie was way too fucking long. Jesus, there's no reason why this movie should be 2 hours and 45 goddamn minutes long. Super chat come in from Jake calling it best horror movie sequel ever made. Do you agree with that? Best horror sequel movie ever
made?
Sequel?
No.
I'm trying to think of one off my top of my head, but give me a second. I'll find Child's Play 2. Well, I don't know. I'm a fan of Child's Play.
Yeah,
so.
Aliens.
But the first one is horror. But do you count the second one as horror? That's more action.
Yeah, but it still is
Terminator
a sequel. 2. It is a sequel to a horror movie. Just like Terminator 2 is a sequel to a horror movie. But
and I'm actually one of the fans that like Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2.
Yeah.
So that's a discussion from another day. I'm completely off camera when I'm talking. But so someone who hasn't read the book and I don't know what they had to fit in and what they didn't have, that movie was long. Jesus. And it didn't, like, the first hour, to me, breezed by.
Oh, yeah, it did. Like, it was moving such a nice pace. Then it just kind of slowed down a bit. I'm like,
we went to the bathroom.
Pick it up.
Right? Because the movie started at 7:15. I went to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, it's 8:30 already. I'm like, goddamn, an hour and a half passed. I'm like, this is going to be a breeze. And then it just went. I'm like... Oh, and it wasn't that.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What did you think of like the moments that were scary, like the scary moments?
I didn't find anything was scary.
You did not find anything scary, dude. I'm sorry. Like the part where the grandma was creeping me out.
Dude, you know what I thought the entire time?
What?
I'm like, that's a fucked up golem. I'm sorry. I didn't find anything in the first film scary. And I didn't find anything in this film scary.
I found it more creepy than scary, but
I didn't even. The only time I ever felt any tension, and not really fear, but tension.
The one part where I
is
was
with
like,
the girl.
The one part where I was like, okay, you kind of went a little overboard there was the fucking Paul Bunyan statue. Which, well, dude, that part I'm just like, okay, you're overdoing it a bit.
At that
Just
point,
stop.
I looked around. I'm like, I'm about to walk out of this motherfucking movie, man. It's like, I'm like, who the fuck let Michael Bay in this bitch with CGI and shit? Just, I think that's what gets to me. I think it would have been scary if the effects were more practical, but it was so CGI and you can tell it was CGI.
Yeah, but there is practical work too. All right, like, you can't say it's not all CGI. A great deal of it is, especially for the monster transitions.
Yeah. But I don't want it to sound like I'm hating on the movie. I didn't. I actually really enjoyed the whole time there. Whoever casted this movie should get a fucking Oscar just for casting this movie.
Because this movie, everyone's perfect.
Perfectly cast. The one thing I didn't understand, and I don't know if you want to save this for spoilers or not, I didn't understand the whole ritual with the Indians. Like, he was scratching shit off. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You want to say that for spoilers?
Yeah, we'll save that for spoilers.
So, but as a film, I think the first one was a better movie. And I was telling Adam, I was like, if they really had this much material for a 2 hour and 45-minute movie, I wish they would have just made a third film. Mm-hmm. It would have made just as much money, you know. But yeah. So anything else you want to hit on? Performances? I don't really want to get into spoilers just
not really.
yet.
I mean, the movie looks fantastic. I mean, like
it's shot great.
Well.
Yeah, it's shot and directed great. You know this director just signed on for Flash, right?
Yeah.
He's like the 8th director to sign on for Flash.
Yeah, so I give him a month. He's out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I don't know. The DCEU loves horror directors. You know, so I mean, the guy who directed Shazam is a horror director. James Wan is a horror. Yeah. So, we got another super chat coming in. James Ransom. What? You are forgiven for Sinister 2.
Oh no, he's in the Sinister movies. He's Deputy So and So. He played Eddie in this.
Eddie.
Yeah, the one with the inhaler.
Oh, one of my favorite characters. One of my
favorite characters. He was one of the best characters in this movie. And no, in the Sinister movies, he was Deputy So and So.
You know what? I'm gonna say something. I really enjoyed the relationship between Eddie and what's the other character, Richard?
Oh, Richie. That was great.
I
that was sweet. Yeah.
You know, I didn't cry. I didn't even get emotional. But I felt a little bit like, aw, at the end.
Yeah, I did too because, you know, I've read the book and like I know these characters and
yeah, and I'll tell you one. He was like almost a spinning image of the kid who played him in the younger version.
Oh,
Eddie.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was like, oh my god! It's like they went into the future, grabbed his ass, and brought him back. I was like, man.
No, it's funny. The one who played young Richie in the original was Seth Green.
Really?
Seth Green played him as a kid. So.
All I remember I never seen the original.
Yeah.
My parents watched it. But I always remember John Boy was in it, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch it. I'm not a big fan of the Waltons. I don't want to watch John Boy in it. So, well, okay, we both said we liked it. Let's just get into the main discussions. So, look, we're going to go ahead and start getting into the spoiler stuff, guys. Only because that's where the real meat of the stuff is. Okay. But, you know,
now,
I think everybody knows what the movie's about.
Now, here's the thing. I want to just go into the climax right here and the events leading up to the climax. Okay, my biggest thing with this movie, and my biggest thank you to the writers and to Andy Muschietti, they left out the entire subplot with Bill's wife. Thank Christ. Remember that actress he was talking like that as his wife? Yeah. There was this whole subplot in the book and in the original miniseries film where she goes looking for him randomly. It has her, like, cocooned underneath the friggin' street. Yeah, and then they find her during the final battle and they get her out of there.
That would have been kind of awkward.
Yeah. It's so random, too. And then the original miniseries, I believe the book ends on this note, too, was him placing her on that bike that he had, okay, them going down that steep hill that we see in the movie, okay, and her waking up, like, she was, like, in catatonia or whatever, and that's the end of the book. Yeah, it's one of those things, even in the book, I'm like, okay, this is stupid. In the miniseries, this is stupid. In this one, oh, it's not there, thank God. All right, but, and another thing is, with this movie, we talked about it going on for too long, and even then, so I kind of forgive this one more. There was the whole thing about Bowers that I was telling you about.
Yes.
Because you said like he felt more like a footnote in this, and yeah, he kind of does. The whole thing is like in the book, like there's a lot with him. There's a bunch with him at the asylum, just like carving names to the wall, and he's just like waiting for them. He's waiting for that. All right, so like it's this whole like mental thing. And when it finally calls on him again, all right, and he escapes, and he goes after them.
I didn't even understand that. That's why I had to reach over to you and be like, "What the fuck is the deal with this guy?" Because they never made, at least from I've seen the first one. I seen the first one with you, and I watched this one with you. Never once did I see where they made it clear, like, oh, it is telling him to take out the loser club. Like, did they make that clear
in the first film?
Dude, maybe I took a piss during that part.
Dude, when he's watching the TV and friggin' it's there, he's literally telling him to do it.
I had to go back and revisit it.
All right.
I don't remember that. So, yeah, it just confused the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because if you remember when we reviewed the first one, my complaints was him in that one, too. Yeah. So, maybe I just don't like the mullet. I don't know.
They make a joke about that, too, in this.
Yes, that was great.
Dude, the mullet. It's been like 20 fucking years.
Yeah, it was great. There was a question I wanted to ask you, and I totally forgot. Oh, so I don't know if this is in the book, and I want to get your opinion on it. There was a running gag in the book that McAvoy's character can't finish writing the endings, right? Is that Stephen King making fun of himself?
I think that is Stephen King.
Because a lot of...
And here's the thing. It's not in the book, but that's actually a big complaint that people had with the original miniseries. Yeah. It was that they didn't stick the landing. They just showed the giant spider, didn't explain a goddamn thing. That's why... and that's a big thing with a lot of Stephen King movies. Like, people just don't like the endings, like where it ends up. So that is basically... Stephen King just like looking into himself.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
But as far as I remember, no, that wasn't in the book. Okay. He is a writer. He is a writer in the book. Stephen King did emulate that character after himself. But I don't recall any jokes about the endings. I think that was just something they did because of the backlash of the original It film.
Yeah, because all the Stephen King
movies...
But
it is funny.
It is funny. It is.
I give them credit.
But all the Stephen King movies I've always watched, the endings always kind of fell apart. So I was like, is this him making fun of himself? So, yeah, you pretty much...
It's like, you ever seen Sleepwalkers?
That's the first one that comes to my mind.
Dude, he just comes on screen, hey, buddy, I ain't taking the rap on this.
That was the first one that came to my mind, man.
This movie's fucking insane. I'm having no part in this. And he does have a cameo in this, by the way.
Yes.
Because Stephen King does like to put himself in his own movie, in movies based on his work.
And then we also had a reference to The Shining.
Also, again, when I was talking about the climax, when they do the ritual, it's like a togetherness thing, and I don't think it went down the way it did in this movie, though. I believe that, you remember when it starts chasing them down there, and like they each confront these things, like Beverly's in the bathroom, and Ben's under the floor, okay, like all these things. That happens like directly after they do the ritual. Okay, it's them trying to get out. They get lost in it, and they have to find their way out. All right. The whole thing with oh, Mike, tell them why it didn't work.
Yeah.
That's not in the book. At least to my knowledge, I don't think that was there. I think they added that, and honestly, I didn't like that. I don't know why that's in there.
Because when they explained the ritual in the beginning with Mike, I was like, okay, this makes perfect sense. And then when it didn't work, they tried to like hurry up and explain why it didn't work, and him scratching shit out. I'm like, okay, now you just completely lost me. Like, what's going on with this? Like, if it didn't work, it just didn't work. Just don't sit there and try.
Here's the thing, and look, you're either gonna like this or you're really gonna hate it. Okay, when they get to the spider, because It's common knowledge. It's a fucking giant spider. It's an alien.
Yeah.
All right. And they actually do allude that it's an alien, but they don't flat out say it.
They even show when it hits.
Yeah.
You know.
They don't go into the whole cosmic realm shit.
Yeah.
So
anyone with common sense could tell it's a fucking alien. You see a fucking shit hit the earth.
Exactly. But this spider has Pennywise's head. Like, it's a giant spider with the clown head. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I thought it was funny.
Because here's the thing. The reason the spider in the original movie, the reason it didn't work wasn't because it was just a giant spider. It didn't work because there was no build-up to it. It just came the fuck out of nowhere. Here, there is build-up. So, it being the giant spider would have worked. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
All right? But here, no. They got, like, Pennywise's head on there, cracking jokes and shit. And, you know, don't get me wrong. I love Bill Skarsgård. Is that who it is? There's a lot of Skarsgårds.
I know.
Bro. Like,
Jesus.
so many. Jesus.
Jesus, I know.
One of them's a damn vampire in True Blood. Anyway.
One of them's Tarzan. One of them's in Chernobyl. The other one's in... Well, actually, the same Chernobyl one is in fucking Avengers and Thor. But yeah, there's a bunch of them.
All right, but I really love seeing his work. Like, he really revels. He's, like, really relishing this role. He's loving it. All right. And there are times where I'm like, he is freaking awesome. Other times it's like, okay, you can tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. And I was saying that a lot throughout the ending, though. Like, dude, just... Come on, take it back a step, you know?
That's more on the director than him.
Yeah, exactly.
The director needs to be like, hey,
just
take it down.
Honestly, I don't know how people are going to take the whole Pennywise head thing. Personally, I'm very hit and miss on it. I'm like, I understand why they did it. It just doesn't do it for me. And I'm pretty sure that was all my issues with the ending. Except for this. Basically, it's not just like the house, you just see the house crumble and shit. A lot of places around Derry like start to crumble.
Oh, really?
Okay, and yeah, it's basically Mike concluding that Derry is dying. Derry is literally dying without it.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes
exactly.
Sense.
It does, and they left that out. But for what it is, I had such a good time with this movie. I don't have many complaints. I love the brutality of some of these scenes. Okay, like we're in spoilers, right?
Yeah, we're in spoilers.
2 kids get brutally fucking murdered on screen. Like, they don't cut away like they did in the original film. No, you see 2 kids get brutally fucking murdered.
The boy deserved it. He drove me nuts.
Oh yeah, the boy was annoying as shit, but that little girl in the beginning, man, like that was just what the fuck.
What's the name of the fat kid in the movie? The character. Ben, what? Ben?
That kid, right?
Yeah.
Ben.
So here's a major complaint I have with this movie.
Okay.
Ben, every time I saw him, I just thought Doctor Strange. That motherfucker looked like Doctor Strange, man. I was expecting him.
Like the adult?
Yes. Yes.
No, with the...
He had the fucking goatee.
No, he does.
He had white in the hair. I'm like...
Doctor Strange.
I, at the end fight, I was expecting him to look over to Billy and go... and then Billy go, okay. No, it was just a joke. That's not real.
What did you think of Jessica Chastain in this?
She's good in everything.
Yeah, she really is.
She's really good. Other than Bev being a complete whore, I mean.
Yeah, Bev is kind of
like they really hammer the whoreness on that. One of my favorite scenes in this.
She's easier to get into than an art college, but hey, you know, she's so hot.
One thing I really did like, though, the one thing I actually felt tension in this movie was when she revisited her old house, her old apartment with the old lady. I actually felt tension in that.
Oh. And I can't believe I forgot this either. How they defeat it is technically the same. Okay, they do rip the heart out in the book and destroy it. All right.
Oh yeah.
How they get to the heart is
we gotta talk about this shit.
Incredibly different.
Yes.
In the book, in the book, it's basically just like Bill. Okay, fighting his way into him and just ripping that shit out. Okay, in this, they basically troll him to death.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, I'm like, okay, I understand the
You
whole...
stupid clown!
You know,
you suck! You can't do
it's
anything
basically
right.
them showing him that they are
Not scared.
They are no longer afraid of him. Okay, you're small, you're not big, you're nothing.
Yeah.
I get that.
But dude,
it was so weird. I'm just like, they're basically trolling him.
Dude, they just...
And it's funny.
SJW'd the shit out of that motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Well, like
Pennywise, check your privilege.
like you suck. Yeah, women's rights, motherfucker. Blah blah blah. And then like he just starts melting, and yeah, I think I much would have preferred like they just beat the living shit out of him instead of like insulting him to death. You know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was funny, but I mean, like, it just.
There's no way.
This was a moment where it was supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
You know.
And they wouldn't
it's
stop.
Unintentionally funny.
Man, they wouldn't stop, man. He would no way he would have been able to handle Chappelle's Sticks and Stones, man. Mm-hmm. He would have been dead soon.
By the way, fuck the haters. That stand up was the shit.
Yeah, I love that. I love that stand up. It's pretty good. Great. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, when we started talking about how time started stretching, I think the time when it started feeling long is when they all started going to find their artifacts. You know,
I agree.
Because
all right, but I mean, like
it's important.
It is important.
But it's like it's coming. It's like, well, this one's got it. Well, we got to wait for 4 more to do it. Oh, now we're down to 3, and you can't do nothing but sit there and they're gonna go through each one of them. And I'm like, fuck me, dude. We know. Just can we just say they all have them?
Flashbacks I really liked though.
The flashbacks,
especially the one with Stan and his bar mitzvah.
Yes.
Like, I love that, and Richie just being there like...
Yes. He was great, dude. That kid. I can't wait to see him in Ghostbusters, man.
I can't either. That kid's amazing.
That dude's awesome. This guy right here, Rose, I don't know. This movie's not sounding good. This movie isn't sounding good. No, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. As someone who has read the book and as someone who loves the book, okay... there are things that, they definitely could have done differently, but I understand the changes that were made, and I actually do like a lot of the changes. Mm-hmm. So, it's a hit and miss thing. You gotta kind of take the bad with the good. Overall, though, very great movie. I'd give it an A-.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's definitely worth seeing. And the thing is, it's worth seeing for the performances alone.
Yes.
The performances in this are... Oh, God, I can't praise him enough.
That's why I said the casting director deserves a fucking honorary Oscar. Because they don't give casting directors Oscars, or nominations for that matter. But the casting was great in this. I thought the directing was good, too. I just think they could have went through another quick cut of the fucking film.
In the original, you had friggin' Superman's mom from Smallville playing the older Beverly, Annette O'Toole.
Yeah.
You had her going, why does it hate... Why is it so mean? Yeah, you think a psychotic killing clown would be a little nicer.
Who did John Boy play in the original miniseries? Billy? Kind of looks like a Billy.
Wait, friggin' who is John Boy? What actor?
He's the one that had the birthmark on his cheek and he wore the glasses.
I don't remember.
I want to say he probably played Billy, but I'm
not. No, Billy was Jonathan Brandis.
Oh, really?
Jonathan Brandis played Bill.
I'll look it up later. It's not that important. We're not even reviewing that special. Which I never want to watch that version. I seen parts of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Oh, we got another super chat coming in from Jake. Jake is the only one giving us super chats. I know it's not going to happen, but Bill Hader deserves an Oscar nomination. No, we throw Oscar nominations around like it's peanut butter. We can't give... There's only 5 people that can get nominated. Bill Hader was good, but an Oscar? Come on.
Maybe for Best Supporting, but,
the year's not even over with. In the trailers today alone, I saw 2 movies that's going to be in the Oscar conversation.
Yeah, we did. One's with Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. There's another one. I can't remember what.
Yeah, and the other one was it had something to do with the kid being framed for the hold up. They had like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It also had Denzel's son in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denzel's son was in that. Jeffrey Wright's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no way. Mm-hmm. People throw Oscar nomination. Like people think like. Well, actually, I kind of agree that Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. should get an Oscar nomination. Shouldn't win, but he should get an Oscar nomination at least for his.
You know,
body of
Joaquin
work.
Phoenix is getting one.
That's locked in already.
Yeah, we know.
That's
they
locked
already
in.
decided that shit.
Yeah, that's locked in.
The Oscars saw the trailer and went, okay, fine, we'll do it. We'll nominate the Joker again.
They're like, but no more fucking Jokers after this.
Yeah.
And Jared Leto's like, what the fuck, guys?
I sent condoms to people. Love me. You heard about that shit, right?
No.
He was like, dude, to prepare for the Joker, Jared
Oh,
Leto, he was like mailing used condoms to people.
And dead rats and shit.
Like, and fucking, what the hell was his name? Fucking Will Smith. When they had the rap party, he invited everyone but Leto. He hated his ass.
I heard he almost got into a fight with his ass.
Oh, yeah. He fucking could not stand Jared Leto.
Now look. Method actor Jared Leto's Joker compared to Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix Joker, you know. So yeah, the method. And I actually like Jared Leto as an actor. I thought he was amazing in Blade Runner, but man, Joker was not.
Dallas Buyers Club too.
I never seen it. Never seen it. But Adam, can you make more reviews? Can you answer these motherfuckers? I'm tired of them messaging me asking me about your channel.
Maybe.
There, you said maybe. You happy? You happy? So stop messaging me asking me when Adam's going to be doing reviews, okay?
Like it's not for nothing, guys. I just got a lot of shit
going
on this year. Like this year has not been kind to Adam. It has not been kind to Adam. So I am sorry. But
this year hasn't been kind to me either. But YouTube is all I got.
Yeah, I have a life though. So I mean, like,
I got a life. I work and then I come home and work on YouTube.
Yeah.
The fuck was wrong with Leto? Good God. But yeah, to answer your question, Jake, he was good, man. I don't think Oscar.
I loved him. I loved him in the movie. I don't think he'd be in the Oscar race though.
I would have to wait till December. You know.
Put it this way: if Andy Serkis ain't getting one for Caesar, okay.
Not only that, right? What other movie came out this year? Glass. Okay. James McAvoy deserves a supporting actor nomination for Glass.
He deserved it for Split.
Yeah. And if he didn't get that, fucking Hater's not getting it for It Chapter 2. I'm sorry.
No.
Good performances are good performances, but come on now. You know? Adam, you are insane just like me, son.
Oh.
I don't even know what that means. Rob, you look younger. Yeah, I know. I shaved my beard. It's grown back. I got stubble already. It's only been a day.
They didn't do the Cosmic Turtle in this movie, but
you kept mentioning that. You kept mentioning. I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
They didn't do the.
Okay,
it's like a whole big thing. I don't have the time or the patience to get into it right now. But like, trust me, dude, look it up. Look up Stephen King Cosmic Turtle. You will understand. Okay? But we saw the turtle several times throughout the movie, like,
and you mentioned it like
sitting
every
on a table,
time.
like turtle.
So I got a question for you. You're a bigger Stephen King fan than me, and the rumor is, and you even kind of confirmed it, like all the Stephen King novels and movies all take place almost in the same universe, right?
They're all connected in some way by the Dark Tower.
So here's my question: my favorite Stephen King movie of all time is Christine. How the fuck is that connected to anything? Is there? I don't remember. I've seen that movie a million times.
I don't recall if there's any particular. Well, you gotta read the book. I mean, there's.
Yeah.
The book is very different.
Is it really?
It's very different.
It's possessed by an alien.
John Carpenter changed a lot.
Okay.
For the movie, but in all fairness, the movie is still fucking awesome.
I love that movie.
Okay, I love it too.
That movie, dude. Today, if a car still follows me, I get fucking scared.
That is still one of John Carpenter's best films. It's kind of like, for The Shining that Stanley Kubrick did.
Yeah.
He changed so much of that. Oh, God.
Yeah.
The book's better. Anyway.
You're getting Dr. Sleep this year. So.
But, yeah, you do have a lot of references throughout the Dark Tower to other shit.
Okay.
Even in the movie, the crappy Dark Tower movie that they made, which was god-awful. Never watch it if you haven't.
I saw it with... No, I didn't see it.
No, I was telling these guys. Yeah. Never watch it. If you haven't seen it, you're lucky. But even then, there were a ton of Stephen King references if you notice them, like the door they're going through is 1408.
Yes.
The Man in Black is Randall Flagg. He's the friggin' villain from The Stand. Oh god, what was that one? Oh yeah, when he first gets there and there's like that broken down carnival, the carousel says Pennywise across it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. But yeah, all Stephen King novels are in some way connected by the Dark Tower.
Too bad the movie sucked balls.
Which is why basically the Dark Tower is Stephen King's Lord of the Rings. But
yeah. The Green Mile. Didn't Stephen King wrote Shawshank Redemption too?
Yes, he did.
That I love that movie. That's probably like, other than Star Wars, that's probably my favorite movie of all time.
The Green Mile was 6 parts.
Really?
But well, they're like short.
Oh.
Short. They're short books, but like it's like 6 parts.
Because the movie was fucking long. I remember back in the day it was 2 VHS as long.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. There's really nothing else we'll talk about.
I mean, yeah, we pretty much mentioned everything.
I mean, it's pretty sick.
I've gone through all my grievances involving the book, but hey, it's still a great adaptation. I personally do think the first film's better though.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel. As a film, yeah, it's tighter, it's more focused.
Sort of like Infinity War and Endgame. Like I
still think Infinity War.
Yeah, at first I was like Endgame, and then after letting time pass,
Endgame was more satisfying, but Infinity War is just a better film,
better movie. Yeah. Just like Last Jedi is a superior film to like most of the Star Wars movies. Come at me, haters. I don't give a fuck. Last Jedi is actually. Yeah, as a film, I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say it. As a film, script, and the way the movie was constructed, I think it is the best constructed Star Wars film that was ever made. Just the themes, and I lost all credibility with my subscriber base, but I don't care. It's what I believe. It's what I believe, man. It's what I believe. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. And then J.J. Abrams comes back and we super glue his helmet back together. But sure, whatever. It pisses me off so much, man. It pisses me off, but whatever. Yeah, so, yeah, I just wish it was a little shorter. That's really my only critique of the movie. I would give it a solid 8. Mm-hmm. An 8 or 9.
We've mentioned the It miniseries a lot throughout this.
Yes. Yeah. I've never seen it. I've seen parts of it, but... Yeah. That's really it, but yeah. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it. It's late. The movie was about 3 hours. Well, yeah. With the trailer, it was 3 hours, and he's got a long ass ride home.
Yeah, I got like 2 hours to go. So.
Yeah, so at least you ain't got traffic, although that's not helping you out much. But well, maybe soon you won't have to travel that far.
Oh yeah, he just brought up and the Boy in the Dark Tower movie has the shine from The Shining.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for the assist on that.
Thanks for the assist. All right, so thank you all for watching. Appreciate the super chats. Yeah, love you guys. And yeah, leave comments and hit that subscribe button. Until next time.